Well, hello, everyone. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Overcome Depression, Anxiety, Fear right now. So what does that mean? That means by the time we are done tonight, you might have a strategy for actually overcoming depression, fear, anxiety, and cutting that loose and letting it behind you so you can actually move forward fearlessly on your path. So what do you say about that? So guys, hi, I am Joan of Angels. If you're new to me, thank you for being here. And if you've been here before, I just love seeing you. Let us know where you're from. And actually, let us know why you're here. Like, why do you come here? What kinds of miracles are you looking for? What would rock your soul? So if you've been here before, I would love to hear what would rock your soul tonight. And what you're looking to overcome. You want to let go of fear, depression, anxiety, lack, loss, confusion. Let's just let it all go. And so, guys, I just, have so much to share with you. I am recently back from a trip to Sedona, where I gave 3 presentations in one weekend, all to 3 different events, events that I was a part of. And every event, we spoke about listening to your intuition, listening to that voice within. So tonight, as we look at, letting go of fear and depression, we're going to look at listening to that voice within and hearing our messages. So guys, I just love all of you. And in Sedona, the great thing about it is that we really talked about how to hear the voice with, not only how to hear the voice within, but how to kind of acknowledge it and act upon it when you hear it, and what happens when you don't. So I did some really good presentations. We did talk a little bit about that thing that goes in your arm, and we talked about what happens when you don't listen to yourself. And when we talk about things like depression, guys, depression is what happens when you don't listen to yourself. Depression is anger turned in, sorrow, deep grief and sorrow that's unresolvable. So we are actually responsible for the way we handle things. And yet, we're going to see how we can let it all go tonight. I'm just so happy to see you all. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and it's one thing to do all those live things. It's another thing to be here live with all of you and knowing where you're from. So yes, let us know where you're from, and let us know tonight, what do you need for your healing? What, like in a word or in an action, what is that one thing that you need to release? All right, and then we're going to get started. Well, welcome to Miracle Monday. And guess when we do Miracle Monday? Oh my God, I had someone ask me one day recently, well, Joan, when do you do Miracle Monday? Well, like what day do you do Miracle Monday on? So I want you to know we do Miracle Monday we don't do it on Tuesday. We don't do it on Wednesday. We do not do it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. No. Tina Marie will tell us when we do Miracle Monday. Okay, good. All right. So I want everyone to take a deep breath with me. And what we're going to do tonight with our deep breath is we are definitely going to do some healing. We're going to do healing for each and every one of you. We're going to do healing for the planet. We are going to do healing for Tina Marie's shoulder, her right shoulder. We're going to send healing for her there. And if any of you have healing that you want, then you just write it right there, because Spirit will then know where to send it. And we don't have to know where to send it. All right. So good. We see Michigan's in the house. Dom is in the house. We have Christine. We have Denise. We have Minnesota in the house. Great. Wonderful. So everyone, oh, that's right. Okay, so let's start by rubbing our hands together, okay? You have to bear with me. I have I'm clearing my throat. There's nothing that you could catch. But ever since I got to Sedona, I've just had this little like allergy cough. So we're just going to heal that also. It would be very lovely if we healed that because I have the MRI for my foot tomorrow. Okay, good. Rubbing your hands together, guys. Okay. Rubbing your hands together. Good. And then feeling the energy between your hands. Good. And feeling that. Wonderful. Now take your deep breath in. And let it all out. Good. And again, taking another deep breath in. And letting it all out. And then one more time, take a deep breath in. And let it all out. Mother, Father, God, we are so grateful for Miracle Monday, for the presence of our tribe, our family across the country, across the world. We are so grateful to be with others who hold that light and who hold that frequency of miracles, that frequency of healing, that frequency of global transformation, and that frequency of wisdom. So yes, Mother, Father, God, we're just so grateful to be of service. We ask for clarity, wisdom, and understanding, and we ask for the presence of your guides, your angels, your guardians, that they be with you now, that they help you stay steady, and they help you allow for a greater depth of healing in your body. So dearest ones, Mother, Father, God, we are so grateful, as we said, and we ask also that each and every one of you who are here with us now or later have an energetic upgrade. That's right. So that that energy of yours gets turned up another notch, whether you be in Canada, wherever you may be. So, and once more. Lovely, lovely. Now we ask right now to let go of any emotions that no longer serve us. Any fear, any worry, any anxiety, any self-doubt, any self-deprecation, any self-negative talk, any self-loathing, any self-harm. We ask to let go of anything that is not at the frequency of light and love, that is not at the frequency for your highest good. We ask to let go of anything that keeps you attached and bound to the heavier three-dimensional body, that keeps you from being able to start to ascend that path of ascension upward, that unplugging. If you were on Humanity Unplugged last week, well, we all got unplugged, unattached, let loose upon, freed. So that we can collectively start that process of going ever higher. And when we asked for our spiritual awakening and we asked to go higher, we asked to get up there through those heavenly realms, it's extremely important that we let go of what serves us, because that holds us down as a weight. So if you were a scuba diver and you were diving 50 feet underwater, you would put on heavy weights, 5 pound, 10 pound, 20 pounds, so you could sink below the water to get to the depth where you are in balance. Now that's all fine and good, but when you want to start going higher, you have to start to take off some of those weights so that you can actually get up higher. Now it's so funny, I haven't scuba dived for a long time, and I'm thinking, well, gosh, what did we do with those weights when we let them go then? You couldn't keep them on you. if you were taking him off to go higher. So I have an unanswered question, and if anyone knows the answer, put it in the comments. I have not scuba dived since the birth of my daughter, since 1995. I should never try to do math while I'm sitting here in our Miracle Monday. All right. So yes. So unexpected miracles. We got $100 gift card for Emily. Anyone else have any unexpected miracles? I've had a lot of miracles. Not only did I get to go to Sedona and give some amazing presentations, I got to have dinner with Jimmy Church, who has an awesome radio show. And his radio show is just 3 behind George Norrie, Coast to Coast. So I put in a request to Jimmy Church to be on his show. So if any of you follow Jimmy Church and you saw that picture of me having dinner with him, kindly tell him he needs to have Joan of Angels on his show, because he sent me his email so I can email him in the morning and explain to him why he needs to have Joan of Angels on his show. So that was just one of many miracles. Some of you might know who Michael Jaco is, and he calls himself the intuitive, the intuitive something. And his intuition was really developed in the military and as a Navy SEAL, and saved his life. The kind of intuition that's instant manifestation. You get the hair on your arm goes up instantly, so you make decisions quickly. So hopefully I'm going to be on his show too. So I had a lot of opportunity to stretch. And why is that important? Because one way we get over fear is by stretching, doing new things, trying new things, meeting new people, putting yourself out of your comfort zone. So as we're letting go of everything that doesn't serve, we also, yes. And I met Michael's wife. Her name is Tracy, and she really is the woman behind the man. And she's who actually I'm reaching out to. But he liked the idea of the feminine perspective of intuition and the male perspective of intuition. All right. So we're continuing to let go of anything that no longer serves this life, past life, future lives, this dimension, all dimensions, this planet, all planets, this what did I leave out? This street, this body, this species, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to let go of each and everything that bothers you. Make sure you're letting it go. And the way we're going to do this, guys, is I am sitting up here sometimes where I tell you where I sit in that mountaintop, and I'm overlooking that roadway down there, and I'm seeing where all those roundabouts are and those roadblocks. And so part of the depression that is on the planet, it's not just a personal depression. I would say it's also a community, relationship, community, situational. And it honestly is like being in a bad novel that we cannot get out of. So if you're expressing and feeling lower frequency energy, a little mild depression or major depression, understand that, yes, it's anger turned against yourself. It's sorrow turned against yourself. Some of it is situational. Some of it has to do with what is going on the planet, this interminable nightmare that seems to be never ending. But I want you guys to know that it will pass. It is designed to break you. Okay, everything that's going on outside in the world today, from the gas prices to, the prices of everything in the supermarket. Okay, I spent like $90 for nothing today. I think a head of lettuce. So there's that. There's those shortages that are coming. There's still mandates that are out there and coming. And if you're living in California, you need a wake-up call, because this is the week they're voting them in. So there's a lot to be moody about, guys. There's a lot that is not right. It's not what I would say kosher. It's not healthy. It's not freeing. It's not allowing you to live into your potential. The world itself is outside. So I say we have to recognize what is coming to you from the outside in. So if any of those things are coming to you, what do you have to do? Well, number one, we have to shut off the news and shut off the internet, shut off the radio where you're picking up all of that from the outside. But then, my daughter talked to me about something today, about just sitting with your back against the wall, your legs bent, your feet on the ground, so you can ground. And if you're anxious, face your front door or your bedroom door, sit with your back against the wall, feet on the ground, looking out. And because the wall is behind you, there's a sense of security. So your job is to create that sense of security inside of yourself, no matter what is happening in the outside world. So how do we do it? Well, we do it, number one, again, by really letting go of what doesn't serve us. And if we have to write it out, we will. I'm letting go of being loud. I'm letting go of my lack of compassion for myself. I'm letting go of my self-criticism. I'm letting go of that side of me that thinks I'm fat. I'm letting go of my neuroses. Just let them all go. And even if you have to do it over and over and over again. So sometimes I will even say, now, even though I still continue to be obnoxious, and even though things are not always working out in my favor, and even though my foot continues to be broken, or even though I'm expressing, cold-like symptoms, and all is not perfect in my world, I know that I'm doing everything I can to raise my vibration, to heal my body, to rest my body, to stir my soul. So even though we are not perfect over here, we can still be moving fearlessly forward on our path. Now, I know that there are some of you who would say, well, even though I'm not doing well, and I'm going to stay not doing well, I'm going to say to you, no, that's not true. Let's so that even though things were not working before, it's altogether possible that they are going to work out just perfectly now. Unexpected opportunities happen at all times. All right, so we're going to pull the first of what I think will be 3 cards. I bought a deck in Sedona because that's right, I haven't seen you guys since Sedona. So I wanted to bring back a memento. And I bought this really beautiful deck. It's so hard to decide on a new deck, but I've been really connecting to the fairy realms recently. So the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. And so I'm just going to ask for the first card and letting you know, guys, that the fairy realm is real. The fairy realm, when we rub our hands together, okay, and we start to sensitize ourselves, in this state, you could go out and put your hands over your plants and your flowers out in your garden or in your house plants and feel the energy and ask to feel the energy of the plant fairies, okay? So anyway, you can do that and it'll make you feel better. All right, now we can also ask, because I'm hearing some depression out in the room here. And again, depression, anger turned against ourselves. Knowing that depression is also depressing. It's turning off your energy. So if I had that switch that sometimes we play with, when we turn on our power and our wisdom, or we turn it off, we want to start to turn that up. All right. We want to raise that frequency, not depress it. So we're going to turn it up. We're going to turn it up. We're going to turn it up. So remember, imagining that dial. Guys, these are very hands-on classes tonight, okay? These classes are designed to help you stay steady. The world is crazy. The world is absolutely insane around us. And I am asking and helping all of us stay sane together, okay? Even if, no matter where you are, to keep us sane, steady, healthy, wealthy, and happy. Turning up our power, letting go of what doesn't serve. So in clearing that energy, all right, so those of you who are in California, let me know if you're in California. Just say California, just so I know, and I'll address that. But there's a bunch of bills in California that will suppress freedom, put doctors and attorneys in prison for speaking up the truth. So things are not, we may be focused on a potential war, but things are still happening under the surface. So don't let that happen, because depression also happens when things are out of control, when we can't stop things, we can't see it, we can't handle it. So again, discernment to tuning into the energy of things. All right, so we're going to pull the first card. Oh God, and they say I'm going to have to sing to you. I'm going to have to sing our letting go songs. Unbelievable. My guides are hard on me sometimes. I'm not allowed to complain though. I'm so grateful. Okay, so in our working to let go of those energies and emotions that are lower frequencies that no longer will serve us, okay, we want to let that go. We're going to talk about how do we raise that up. So raise that up by, number one, saying yes to things that make you feel good, and saying no to things that don't. So what in your agenda are the things that make you feel good? Because that is really important. And guys, I want you to all give love to Omar at Watchers Talk. He just hopped on. Omar and Stone Hobbit, by the way, they participated. Omar was the brains, or the channeler. He received instructions from on high to do an event that had 100, and in the end, 122 speakers, called Humanity Unplugged, which really, my closet is moving without me. It's like doing its thing, crazy. But bringing together indigenous wisdom into our Western world, so we could again let go of what doesn't serve. So there's Stone Hobbit. She was on for most of it. Omar did an amazing job, him and Rob and Kathy. And I just sort of got to drop in and out, but it was an amazing, amazing event. All right, so what's the first thing our guides are saying? And to restore balance in our body is to turn off anything that is artificial. Okay, so that means to go out in nature. That means to sit with your back against a tree. That means to use herbal remedies, essential oils, herb teas instead of pharmaceuticals or hard drugs. Okay, and honestly, I think of pharmaceuticals these days as hard drugs with side effects. So if you could get off of them, that would be good. Okay. All right, I'm not supposed to do that. I apologize. Do you know that a good broadcaster never, ever, ever brings her head out of the show? But I had to. The cards fell. Okay. And I wanted to talk to you about frequency. All right, so these emotions, these lower energy emotions like depression, anger, rage, and fear, and talk about rage. Okay, we had an incident last night with what's his name? Will, and Chris Rock. That was pretty intense. And talk about like a road rage, just rage. It came out of nowhere. So how do we dissipate some of that? Well, we do that, of course, by starting to change our tone. We change our vibration. So certain energies can cause us to be angry. Certain smells can cause us to be angry. Driving can cause you to be angry. Frustrations, like people not responding, can cause you to be angry. And I guess criticizing someone's wife in a joke could cause you to be angry too. But it's in knowing what those are so you can kind of stop it at the very, very beginning, because it's really time to let go of anger. It's time to let go of rage. And it's actually time to let go of warring between people. So if there are people in your life that you are no longer in harmony with because you were warring with them over things like politics or things like medical treatment, then it's time to ask to let go of anything that stands in your way and go into that unconscious zone and ask for healing and harmony. Because again, our vibrational frequency, when we have anger, feeling victimized, those are the feelings that we can't let go. So how do we breach this divide with people that we've been separated from because of, again, these things outside of our happenstance? Well, we go into that safe, sacred place and we ask for healing. We call for the presence of our guardian angels to be with A, B, C, D, to be with my sister, to be with my brother, to be with the friends that I no longer have anymore, or the loved ones that I've lost. We ask to have a healing, a clearing of the miscommunication, so that we can have a healing, a reconnection, and a rebonding of. Now, you may never have to see these people again. That may not ever be what happened, but in sacred space, we can heal those energies. Share this out with your friends, by the way, because many people are wondering, how can we heal this great divide? We send love. We send love. We send our angels to be with them in their homes and around. We don't have to be friends. We just have to raise our own frequency out of judgment and move it into compassion. Move it into love, move it higher. So we start to look at higher ground. We start to say, how can I serve? How can I raise that energy? How can I change my own energetic frequency? So what kind of yoga can I do? What kind of stretching can I do? What kind of chanting can I do? What kind of essential oils? And sometimes I have them right here so that when I get ready to go online, I can't find it right now, I can smell them and put them all over me so that I raise my frequency before I even get online. Now, some of you may still be going out to work or something like that. Now, what do we do then? I'm just going to suggest that because the world is a nasty place right now, and I feel okay saying that. I feel like saying, in this world today, it's critical to get your own groove on and to protect yourself, because some of that depression and anxiety could be because you walked into the supermarket 10 minutes after a huge fight happened down the fruit aisle, okay? Husband and wife practically split up over there. And then you, being the empath you are, walked into the supermarket to get fruit, and suddenly you're in a bad mood and you don't know why. So protecting yourself from the moment you even hop online, but from the moment you leave your house to the moment you get home, to start to clear your field. when you're in your car. So what do I do and suggest when you get in your car? I think you should have a few of your favorite crystals and maybe labradorite, things that cleanse and get rid of negative energy. You can also have some essential oils in your car, especially like lavender, so that when you when you leave your car, you can put lavender on. You can put frankincense on, your special tinctures or essential oils, so that when you walk into that supermarket and all those little bugs are flying around or feelings or whatever, you're protected. Protection is an inside job. Balancing your hormones, balancing your harmony is an inside job. And get this, balancing your food and vibrations an inside job too. So, oh my God, my closet is like talking to itself. It's not one of those, it's just a closet that goes this way. It's not supposed to move. I wonder if I have a ghost in there. Oh my God, Jimmy Church had a ghost in his house. And that maybe his ghost came over here. If I hear it again, maybe we have a ghost. Tina's laughing. You can't see her. If I have a ghost, Tina's coming out here to help me. That's all I can say. Okay. I am funny. I try to be. All right. So yes. So returning to nature is a good thing. Being outside, checking the frequency of your foods is a good thing. So, okay, here's a question for you. And you're going to give me the answer. Which do you think you have a higher frequency from? Steak or vegetables? Which food has a higher energetic vibrational frequency? Can anyone tell me? So, It's a guessing game, okay? I'm looking for an answer. Vegetables, that's right. Okay. Now, that's because meat, which is even if it's organic meat. Now, organic meat that is fed, grain-fed, has a higher energetic frequency than meat with chemicals in it, highly processed meat, but nevertheless, meat is a lower frequency. Okay, so the foods that have a higher frequency are going to be foods that you grow yourself. Thank you. So fruit and vegetables. Teas, herb teas are going to have a higher frequency. So now let's say, it's a guessing game. I'm not going to tell you the answer. Let's say that you have a cold. I was going to say, let's say you have something, or anything else that starts with the C word. All right. Now, what is the healthiest thing for you to take? Would it be a pharmaceutical that could have side effects that harm your body and actually lower your vital force? Or could it be something like vitamin C? Any guesses out there? Which would be healthier for your body? Okay. So, I mean, I'm not trying to, I'm really trying to make sure I'm waking you up. The side effect and the lower, heavier vibration from the medically prescribed pharmaceuticals all have side effects. They all do things to systems in your body that are designed to turn off your body's own immunity, your own vitality, your own ability to heal and respond, your ability to build up your immune system and your vitality. You're giving me all the right answers. And I took all of that before I hopped on, along with something that starts with IVE. So I believe in taking things that help your body and turn on your body's healing power. And, guys, if you have a good chiropractor in the old days, chiropractors used to turn on your power. People used to go to chiropractors when they had colds and flus so that they could build up their immune system. So how else can you build up your immune system? Keep thinking about it because it's your immune system. Don't let anyone else screw up your immune system, my friends. Okay? Now, what else can we do? And I love, so these are the cards I got down on the floor to pick up. Don't ask me why. Okay? All right. And getting off of antidepressants as well. So let's reframe that for Denise. When we get off of antidepressants or we get off of pharmaceuticals, some of those pharmaceuticals require working with your medical practitioner. So I don't want any of you to sue me for this, I'm not telling you to get off your pharmaceuticals, but I am suggesting you could talk to your practitioners. But with the antidepressants, there's also, it would be very, very good to know what foods and what herbs actually turn up your happiness. What are the happiness foods? What are what are the happiness everything? And as a matter of fact, in the comments, let's build up on the right there, the comments, what builds up my happiness? So one of the things that builds up my happiness is being with people that I enjoy being with. That's an immune system boost for me. Laughing, an immune system boost. What else builds up your happiness? Well, eating I loved certain home cooked meals. Like going to my sister's for a good dinner builds up my happiness. Going out in the 3D world may not build up your happiness. Your essential oils can build up your happiness, your art, your laughter, doing workshops, doing a good job, getting a compliment. All of those build up your happiness. Now, but what's the second card that we got? All right, so I want to see all these things on the right that you're letting go of and that we're building up with. Let's create hugs. Hugs build happiness. HH, hugs build happiness. Heart hugs build happiness. Being out in the sunshine, which gives you vitamin D, also builds happiness, right? Swimming builds happiness, especially if you're a mermaid. Watching Joan of Angels builds happiness. I love you. Thank you. Connecting with like minds builds happiness. Having a soul awakening session with Joan of Angels builds happiness. Being on an event with Omar and Stone Hobbit builds happiness. Do you know what really built happiness for me last weekend? I told you I did 3 presentations last weekend, all for different events. And being able to present well gave me such happiness. Really did. And I have one of the, I'm going to ask Omar to let me have some of those presentations. So letting go, detachment, and moving on. So again, I promise that we're letting go of depressed. And is anyone feeling better, by the way, since you got on here? But letting go and moving on. Do you see this? Let's see. Okay, so there's a guy in the mud, right? And he's trying to hold on to that beautiful woman's hand, trying to drown her into the mud. So he's trying to get her, he's trying to pull her in, and she's trying to let him go and move on. So for one of you, there's someone out there that this is really a good message for. Why? Because sometimes people drown us. When we hold on, when we were supposed to let go, that's when the time that drowning happens. And then what happens? Anger, frustration, despair, feeling trapped, depression, anxiety, and anger. So the things that we do lead up to that thing that that then drowns us. If you're suffering from any of those emotions, when we get off, I want you to go and sage yourself. Literally shake it off, shake off your energy, And one of the things I learned over the weekend from, I think it was from Geraldine, she was on a conference, ET Planets, Races, and Technologies, which is still, you can still get it. It's pre-recorded now. But she spoke about one way of raising and measuring vibrational frequency is by movement and by spinning. So spinning, if you start twirling and dancing and moving or running and jogging, that also raises your vibrational frequency. So all of these are things that we can keep doing, but we first have to let go. We have to literally have the courage to let go and know that we're going to be taken to higher ground. So part of what we have to do, that is part of it. Oh my God, I don't understand how time goes so fast. So is that really true? I guess it is. All right. Well, time goes very fast when we're having fun. All right. Now, actually, we have 4 cards. Third card. Snail's pace. So what do we do now? When I said to you, it's like a novel that won't let up. We slow down. And then we listen for the heartbeat of the earth. You literally, if you cover your ear, you can hear a pulse. If you put a seashell on your ear, you can hear the pulse. If you put your ear on the ground, you can hear a pulse, the heartbeat of the planet, your own heartbeat. So put your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your ear. And if you're in a quiet space, you can actually hear them kind of together. So a snail's pace. So when we get off, you're going to clear your energy. You're going to ask to let go of any frequencies that aren't yours, even on someone else here on Miracle Monday. Ask to release everything so that you can actually unplug and receive miracles, so that you can be an open field for healing, for wellness, for higher frequency energies. And so that you will let go, you will thrive, you will accelerate, you will propel, you will shift, you will heal, you will motivate, you will inspire, you will uplift. Because when we let go, we make room for that which is. Now, there was a 4th card, and I think it's pretty interesting. So I told you it's a brand new deck. Follow Me is the card. And I find that very interesting because, I always say to you guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Please follow what we're doing and help us grow it. Please go to my website, joanofangels.com. Follow, like, share, so that we can all grow together. So this says, follow me, come. This is your invitation to enter the fairy realms. And what are the fairy realms? That's the land of the miraculous, the land of wellness, the land of healing, the land of miracles. So this strong fairy energy, led by Joan of Angels at this moment, beckons you forward wearing her gossamer garment, which is the key to the secrets of the fairy. Will you follow her, or will you follow me into the heavenly realms, the angel brigade, stepping into your miraculous life? Will you hesitate and remember all the fearful stories that you'd heard about the fairies, okay? Will you feel her blood call to you? I just love this. Will you feel the golden thread that runs between you and the fairies, or the golden thread that runs between you and me? You and each and every one of us. So guys, I'm going to have to get off. This is the last Monday that I'm going to have to get off early. I'm a host on Wish Alliance, which means also next week I'm going to tell you about my walk-in experience. All right, dearest angels, we ask for healing for each and every soul on this show and each and every soul who will watch this later. We ask that every person's energy be uplifted to a higher vibrational frequency. We ask that your hearts be healed and opened. We ask that your logical mind get a respite and that your intuitive mind be allowed to thrive, be allowed to be heard. We ask that your connection to your guides, to your angels, be even deeper. And we ask that you have clarity and wisdom, that which you are calling for you, that you are calling for is calling for you, and that we ask that you are able to step into your destiny. And so it is, and so it shall be. All right, guys, I will see you all next week. I'm just so grateful for you in my life. Have a blessed and beautiful week, and happy Miracle Monday. Go step in the miraculous, my friends. We'll see you all next week.